Biffa said meet him at the bowl. Okay, let's see what he's after. Wait a minute. This doesn't look like the bowl. No, because we should appear in the middle where the end portal is. What's going on? What the heck is this? This isn't a bowl. This is a Super Bowl. What the hell's going on here? This isn't the world that I know. Biffa Deathfern? What the heck is going on? Where the heck am I? What the heck is happening? Ah! Greetings and bienvenue. It is I, Omega. It has been a while, and I apologise. In fact, what are you guys still doing? Subscribe to me. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Woo! I can see why Eno likes doing Giant Enophon. I am Giant Omega. Look at me in fear. Cower mortals before me. Mwahahaha. Okay, completely random. Anyway, sorry, I apologise. 'Tis I, Omega. Greetings and bienvenue. Welcome to Biffacraft Season 3. Yes, I know. It's been a while since I've recorded. Real life, what can I say? It kicked me in the ass once more. But I have been doing stuff on Biffacraft with my partner Void, who has been, well, we officially moved in together this season. So rather than building separate bases next to each other or houses next to each other, we decided just to build a house together and a base together. And that's what we've been doing. So this is, of course, not a base. Well, it could be used as a base. It's nice enough. But this is our townhouse. And of course, a townhouse means we're in town. And that town would, of course, be New Biffington Mark III. Yes. Every time we've done a map, New Biffington always wins for the name of the map. The name of the town. What can I say? We like Biffa. Biffa is a benevolent overlord. Hail the Biffa. Enjoy the Biffa. The Biffa is good in all things. So yes. So this is New Biffington. And we're in a jungle this season. As you can see. Lots of tree houses. Plenty of tree houses. I did not want to live in a tree. So Void and I built a proper house. Not to say that tree houses aren't proper houses, but I do like a bit of terra firma under me. Void has been doing his usual creative beauty. As you can see behind me, that is the Light of Inspiration, Mark III. It's now tradition that every time we have a town, we should have a Light of Inspiration to light our way, to guide us, to be a muse, to inspire us to great heights and beyond, to the stars oh, not my feet, to the stars above. Ooh, look at the stars. Pretty, pretty stars. That's probably making people nauseous, so I shall stop doing that. I do apologise. Sorry. So yes, this is Void and Mai's townhouse. We call it the Manor, obviously, for obvious reasons you'll see in a second. So let me just change perspectives. There we go. And get my hand back. Yay! Hand. So we'll just travel down here quickly. In fact, ender pearls, we have you. Use you. Ender pearls are good. Ender pearls have me stuck under the path. There we go. So that is the manor. It's a mixture of Void and my styles. I do modern style quite well, and Void does classical build styles, much detail work. So yes, so there we go. Oh, is there anything in the mailbox? Never any mail. So there we go. So up the garden path we go. Dance the Omega Bear. Yeah. Don't know where I was going with that one. And up to the front door. And as you can see, round the house we have this nice veranda that sort of circles the whole thing. Lovely rose bushes, nice little fence here so that you can walk right up to the edge without falling off. And it circles all the way around. It's a little overgrown, admittedly. We don't spend as much time here as we used to, so things have gotten a little out of hand. But that's nice. There we go. And back to the front door. And this is the insides. So this is the main living space. As you can see, it's got a nice little table here and not much else. Nice little tree. That's Void's armor, and he made me this suit of armor with the first diamonds that we'd gotten. So thank you, Voidy, for that. I appreciate it, and that's why it's on display, because I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. And downstairs we have our townhouse storeroom. We've got a little smelter here just to keep things ticking over. Well, I bet we've been cooking some stuff up. That's fine. And over here we've got our storage chests. Of course. Oh, Void's got a gift of bushes, so that'll keep him happy. And this is the core of the building. It sort of runs all the way up. So if you come up here, oh sorry, while we're down on here, you'll see that there's actually, the back door goes downstairs to the other side of the hill, and this side of the path also connects onto the main walkway going up. So plenty of access points, lots of nice detail, lots of little things that you can find, lots of little bits and pieces to, you know, to catch your attention. So back up to the main floor, and as you can see, the core of the building is here, as I said, and that's the glass shaft as it would be continued from below. So up the stairs we go, and this is our office space. And yeah, we do need to add a little bit more detail in here. We kind of built this area, and then sort of headed straight out to Arcadia. And yes, Arcadia. I will get to that in a moment. So, little veranda out here. Again, nice little sort of glass deck, if you will. It's not a veranda, it's a deck. And it's got a lovely view of the town. And there's the light of inspiration again. Oh, moon's almost done. So hopefully we'll be able to just have enough time to get upstairs. And this is our main bedroom with emergency armor for both of us. Oh, you can see the light's already starting to change. So that's nice. And up here we'll get a nice sunrise actually. Oh, perfect timing. So yeah, there's sunrise over New Biffington. Sunrise early in the morning, sunrise early in the day, making all the birds go chirp chirp. I honestly don't know what goes on in my head sometimes. It's an enigma to even me. So yeah, interesting ride for everybody. So yeah, sunrise over New Biffington. Speaking of which, here is the town of New Biffington. There's Iris's place there. That's Master Skywalker's. The really tall tree is Biffa's. Let's just say he got into a little bit of competition with his next door neighbours over who had the biggest tree. And he made sure he had the biggest one. We won't talk about that. So yeah, over there is Town Hall, and the portal's up there. So let's head round to the portal, and we'll do a bit of exploring, and I can give you a bit of a tour of the server as we go. Always fun. Before I do, I'm going to put my armour on, because we're still not entirely protected, but most of the places are safe. Most of them. So down we go. Walking, walking, walking. Lots and lots of walking. But Ender Pearl. Ender Pearl, go! That's going to be bad. Yeah, bad. Look. Yeah, we've got a few underwater houses, which is an interesting feature of this map for this town for this year. Now, when we first came onto the server, obviously there was not a lot happening, and we were just sort of starting to set up the town. So this was actually Void and Mai's first cabin. Most people start off with like a little wooden box, or a little shack. You know, nothing major. So we built this. Void built this little cabin. And I added some details, and we lived here until the manor had been built. You actually get quite a nice view of the manor from here. So yeah, you see the spiral actually continues all the way up out of the manor. So yeah, nice little bit of detail. People say it looks like smoke rising out of a cup of tea, which, considering this is Biffa's server, it's not a bad analogy. So yeah, so once we'd moved over to the manor, we actually gifted the cabin, and this is the cabin, over to Tanner, and he's obviously had a bit of an issue with either a creeper or lightning fell in the water. But yeah, might come back and repair that for him. Yeah, we used to have a bit of an issue. When I installed the one player sleep on the server, for some reason Spigot decided to take that to mean that every night we would have a lightning storm. Seriously, every night, lightning storm. It was a nightmare. Very much nightmare, very much lightning, very much lots of burning. Thankfully I was able to fix that, but it did mean that we did have quite a few fires to start the season off with. And every time it was night, somebody was getting, shot up the ass with a lightning bolt. Now that only happens when people annoy me. So yeah, this is town. That's where Crazy Cat Lady Tile lives. He went a little bit nuts taming cats, and they just sort of stare at you with dead eyes. Look at them. They're staring at you. They're staring into your soul. Looking. Yes. Fear. I have no soul. Turn away from me in fear. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Happy 2016 to everybody. We still have our Christmas tree up in town. That's nice. Over here, of course, as Town Hall. Give you a better look at it. Melly won the design competition for this. That's Melly Dew. So she built a really nice town hall. And an interesting design brief was that it was to be on a pier. Out in the water. And I think she carried that off really well. So yeah, it's a really nice build. Really stylish. And these are the council chairs, obviously. We'll just hop up here. There's BC for Biffacraft. So these are the council chairs. I got elected to council chair again, which is a great honour, and I try not to abuse it. Well, actually, I don't abuse it, but I try to make sure the server is running smoothly and keep everything ticking over. Melly is second chair, so that's oh, she wanted the one with the broken arm, so that's Melly's chair, and so that would be my chair, and that's Biff's chair, of course. And that's the rest of the council chambers, and there's their chairs there. And there's a spare chair. It's a floating chair for any advisors or elder members that we call in for their sage wisdom and advice, like Leasara or Grey19, Iris to people. Yes, Grey19 or Iris as she's known. So yeah, there we go. We have the map room, I think, is here. So that's the map of town. And town's quite expansive. We expand up to the top there, and market district's down below. To the south. So it's not below. Below is the nether. Down to the south of the map would be the market district. And over here is the community enchanting station. So yeah, all the amenities anybody could need. On top of the building, which is quite a nice little feature, I think around here's the ladder, Melly included a nice little garden area. So when we're done deliberating on the server issues and making decisions, we can come up here, have a seat in the garden, watch Stingray go out to action against the evil mare people. Stingray's a Jerry Anderson puppet animation series from the 60s, for those that don't know. So that's Stingray, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-dum. Yeah, again, things going in my head, I can't explain them. Oops. Ah. I think I just broke something, but shh, don't tell anybody. So there we go. So this is town. I mean, obviously there's a lot more to town than what I'm able to show you just now, but that's the important stuff. And there's Biff's tree there. So yeah, so why don't I head over to Voidmai's main base? We're calling it Arcadia, and I will see you over there. Catch you soon. Actually, sorry, my fault. I was thinking, if we're doing a tour, I should probably show you the nether. Now, I'm using shaders, which you've probably noticed by now. So the nether may be slightly dark. Just a little dark. So, this is the town hub at the moment. Whoa! Gassed. Right, oh yeah, you floating gas bag. Die! Suck that. Deadly with a bow. Yes, Queen, even I am deadly with a bow, and I have I have gas tears now. Or more gas tears and gunpowder. There we go. So yes, this is the work in progress. No. Sorry. This is the current town hub. As you can see, it's a large open space, so we do tend to get quite a lot of ghast attacks. Up above, you can see it sort of silhouetted there, is the new town hub that's getting built by Dragonfire and Darklord, which is quite cool. Just Ender Pearl over here. Oh, better eat so I can regen. But yeah, it's an impressive build that they're working on. Let me just climb up here. So this will be the main town portal when it's finished. And there are 4 annexes, all sort of colour coded, that will be similar to this one. Which, admittedly, a little dark at the moment. Oh, I do have torches. Let me just grab a torch. Hey! Shader lighting effects, go! So yeah, so you can see there's a nice pattern in the floor here, and obviously there'll be more structure built because there are 2 rings of portals, not portals, tunnel entrances that can be chosen from. So over here is my one, mine and Void's. Up there is the tunnel entrance to Leosara's witch farm and Atlantis build. So yeah, it's starting to get used now. More and more people are connecting up. I finished building this tunnel yesterday. There was an older tunnel connecting the town portal, well, connecting Arcadia to the town portal. But with the new hub getting built, I figured build a new tunnel to get there. So, well, there we go. This is the new tunnel. And there is going to be a rail line going in, and I don't think I might need the glass because it's so bright in here. There might not be an issue of pigmen spawning. But we will double check that. So I was trying to go for something a little bit different than from what you usually see in nether tunnel designs. So we've got these lighting blocks in the ceiling, and there are column lights here with like sort of light holders, and you can look out the glass and you can actually see out into the nether mostly, except it is really bright, but it does look quite cool out there even with the lighting. Over here is the old tunnel. Now this is what used to connect the town portal to Arcadia. So there we go. So this is the town. No, this is the tunnel. Tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Arcadia, Arcadia, Arcadia. Yeah. This area will be built into our own little sort of private nether hub. So I'll take you through to the furthest away portal. And this portal takes you into Void and Mai's mine. Now you wonder, why is Omega showing us a mine? We all know what mines look like. Mines are pretty minor in the build styles of most bases. But what's also down here is the mega smelter built by Voidford in one of his little redstone peaks. So over there you can actually transparent chests are apparently a thing. Okay, fine, but that's quite handy. Yeah, you can see there are 16 furnaces down there that are all fed by rail carts. So you put your input items there, your fuel goes in that chest, and the output is down here. And as I say, that's the mega smelter. And while you're waiting for things to cook, you come over here and you can actually get, hello, there they are, creepy little 8-legged buggers. Do some spider farming while you're at it, which is quite handy if you need a few levels or some string or spider eyes. There we go, here's the first ones. So yeah, 1-hit kills because of drowning, and they all use the mechanic because spiders are attracted to players to pull them over at the corner. They climb up, get drowned to the 1-hit kills, then fed through this tunnel. So yeah, another little design by Voidford while he was bored waiting for things to smelt. So back into the hub we go, and over here we shall start from the ground up. And welcome to Arcadia. So it's quite a nice little island you see here, but it doesn't look like there's much happening, does there? I mean, there's a bit of an iron farm there, that's quite nice, yeah. And oh look, there's a ship over there and a beacon. But yeah, no, that's the OHM turfing, and that's Void in my ship. We paid Plymmy to build that for us, and as you can see, it's a spectacular looking galleon. It's the base of the ship is a Lord Dacker design, and the sails are completely custom built by Plymmy, or PLMI1, but we all call him Plymmy. So yeah, but our real base is Arcadia, and that's what's up there. Welcome to Arcadia. So over here, and I'll do a bit of a better tour of the city ship in a second, because we'll need to do things in the proper order. So up here is the bridge, and the bridge runs over to the plinth. This is a Mayan style temple that is in ruins, and it sits over a very special feature, and directly above it is the Arcadia city core, which you can see above me, which I think does look quite spectacular. Now, Void let me take the lead on the main superstructure build. So I built the plinth, and then he came in behind me and added detailing, like the cracked bricks and the bushes, to make it a bit more lived in. And I did quite a lot of the design work in building on the Arcadia city core. But as you can see from our subtle branding, that is definitely our base. So there's the turfing again. Beautiful ship. And it's almost dawn, so better get a move on. Let me just... I'm borrowing a page out of Biffa's book. I'm up on the server, so save time getting my camera account on. I shall just put myself into game mode 3. This is only used for recording purposes, of course, and would never be abused. But yeah, so here is Arcadia proper, the city core. In all its beauty. It's still under construction at the moment, so there are still bits getting added to it, and designs are getting refined. We'll take a slow panorama around it. So the city itself has these 4 what I call pontoons, or spatial drive elements, and they would power the city through physical movement in space. In the center is a large crystal, and that crystal would be the city's temporal drive, because like everything that I build, there is a bit of a backstory to it. Now, of course, it's Christmas time, so in the middle there we have our Christmas tree. Oh, sunrise on Arcadia. Oh, that's quite good timing. So yeah, so that's our Christmas tree. Now, the backstory behind Arcadia is an ancient civilization that travelled the universe in their city ship, arrived on Biff Earth in prehistory, and they settled for a time before evolving into beings of a higher plane and left this plane behind, except for 2 people, the destroyer and the builder. Now, they watched over prehistoric Biff Earth and a race of beings that were growing up from a primitive culture. and after a while they decided to move to new adventures, and they shifted the city through time and space to arrive in present day. Now, the ancient culture that was growing up below them passed down the story of the city ship, or the glowing city in the sky, and the mysterious beings that inhabited it. And they built a city over ruins that the ancients had left, and that city fell to ruins. And the plinth, which, as you can see below, is the only thing that really remains of that city. Now, moving a ship, or a city ship the size of Arcadia through time and space, now there's no issue transferring the ship through, but it left eddies in the space-time vortex, and that dragged other things. Well, things were caught up in its flow and were dragged through time and arrived around the plinth as the city ship arrived. So the OHM Turfing is a mysteriously deserted dark galleon that was built a long time ago that is mysteriously haunted and chilling to anybody that enters it, except for the two beings that control Arcadia, who the ship now calls Master. So, yeah. I admit, I get caught up in the story of these things, and I like doing backstory and different bits and pieces. But this is Arcadia. And I am actually really proud of this build. And obviously, as you can see, we've been sort of circling it for a while, so I shall start moving in. Shirokami, one of the new players, has been threatening to prank me, and she did. So, to me, it looks like the city ship impaled a world turtle accidentally on its travels through the universe, and there's a world turtle stuck up there that needs to get removed at some point. So, one more beauty shot pass, and I shall actually show you around the city itself. So you can see the giant city core there, the temporal crystal. I think I might actually extend that a little bit. And that sits over the temple, and there's a hidden thing within the temple. As I said, it sits over the ruins of the ancients, and down here is an end portal. So we have direct access to the end if we ever need it, which is very handy. What's quite cool is obviously you've got this tunnel, so if you jump from Arcadia down the central column, you fall backwards, and if you spin, you can get this quite cool effect in reverse, which obviously I enjoy doing. So yeah, so the central column is actually hollow up to portal level. So let me just come out of camera mode. Bump. And welcome you all to the city. Now the Christmas tree obviously is going to be coming down. I mean, it's quite a cool build. But yeah, it does need to come down at some point. So the main city core has these 4 towers. There's red, blue, green, and gold or yellow. Just to colour code the tower so that I can say to people, oh, you need to go to red tower 3rd floor, and they won't get lost. Now, the lapis tower, or the blue tower, is where our storeroom is for all our blocks of stone and dirt. So all the stones and dirts are down here. And the redstone tower has our smelter set up, because you don't need to turn the mega smelter on all the time, especially if you only got a few items to smelt, so that's got a little smelter in there. And the gold tower is where we keep all our incidentals, our redstone, things like that. And the green tower is the main tower. It's the biggest tower up here, and as you can see, it has a tree growing through it, a tree of life, if you will, or the eternal tree. Now admittedly, I built the tree, so Voidford will probably want to shape it a bit, make it look a bit more tree-like. So yeah, so he's going to do that when he comes on next. So there we go. And up the main core of the tree, there's actually an elevator which takes you to Void and Mai's living room. Now, there we go. So we have a nice little seat here, so you can get down, sit down and relax after a hard day. Got a big television over here, so that's quite good for, you know, Netflix and chill. Yes, I do know memes, and I can be hip and cool. Get down with your bad self. I'm so not cool in any form, but yeah. So yeah, so that's the large telly. I've got a little coffee table, wither skull, of course. Down here is access to Void's office, which is in the penthouse of the gold tower, and it's still to be decorated yet. Void's to take care of that when he comes back on. And up back into the main living room again, and up here we have our bedroom with one of our large fully working beds. You know, got plenty of storage there, you know, for all our stuff and things. And we get quite a nice little view from the balcony here. Yeah, there's the spatial drive pylons, and quite a nice little garden down there we can look at, and our subtle branding. Yes, yeah. You know, you can pretty much tell whose ship this is. Here we go. And downstairs, and we can cross over into my office. So yeah, obviously my office. So here I've got another monitor television. Oh, a little too close there. There's the map of Arcadia, and from one side to the other is 250 blocks. So 250 blocks across the beam. So it's quite a substantial build, and to be honest, we've got more room probably than we'll ever use, but it's always nice to have options. So here's my enchanting area, and my puppies. There's Scott, Isaac and Liam, my little wolf puppies. My library, enchanting area, and this is my desk. I've got a fully working desk with a nice chair. There's a monitor up there with Arcadia again, and I've got a couple of computer terminals. Skull, obviously. I have a keypad there for that computer terminal, and the special button that lets me fix pigmen issues. With this being a Spigot server, we sometimes get issues where the pigmen don't unaggro, so I've got a couple of stations set up where I can quickly resolve issues. You know what it's like, you punch a map and yeah, punch wildly and knock the map off. Whoopsie. But yeah, just fix that. Yeah, that's actually quite a good way to do a computer terminal if you need one. You place the pressure pad down, then you put a sign on the hitbox of the back of it, and you can put an item frame on the back of the sign, and then a map in the item frame. Gives you quite a good computer screen. So yeah, so down here in my office, you can see the turfing there, and there's another nice view. So that's quite cool. And oh, we're going into sunset. That's fun. I could do a quick flyby at night, because if you think it's impressive during the day, yeah, I think it's even more impressive at night, especially with the shaders on. So that's cool. Whoa, wrong button. So yeah, so this is Arcadia. Let me just, there we go. So yeah, this is Arcadia. This is Void and Mai's home, our city ship, and I think it's one of the best buildings that I've ever done. So yeah, so there's the plinth. It's all lit up.
Disconnected from your channel.
Oh. And there we go, there's the city ship core. I definitely say that this was on par with the Death Soarer I built over on the modded server, which I will hopefully record one of these days and put a video up about. So yeah, Arcadia, my home, Void's home, our home. Sorry, I went quiet there. I do love the panorama shots of these things. Yeah, there we go, Arcadia. And I think there's one thing left to show you guys before I end this video, and it's probably a really long video, and I apologise for that. But yeah, these catch-up videos do tend to get a little bit big at times, especially because I don't record so often and there's so much happens in between doing other stuff. So yeah, the end portal, as I say, what you do is you step off, you go down, and you spin as you fall. Woo! And you arrive in the end. And I built the end farm down here with help from Shiru and Shadow, and Hayu built the rails system, so that's quite cool. Again, it's an endermite farm, so just slide along. I left the TNT system out of this because I don't trust. Oh, rather loud. We had a few accidents back in the Season 2 map where the end farm got a little bit blowed up. So there's no TNT system on this one. But you can get levels really quickly just by punching them. So that's quite cool. There we go. So yeah, so this is the end farm. Another one of my builds. And again, I can't not do something that looks good in my opinion. So it's functional and has form. So wrong button. There we go. So there's plenty of storage here for people to grab chests in, and there's enchanting stations down here, and more enchanting is available up here as well. So you can do quick punching, quick enchanting, which is always handy. And the ender pearls are all collected and funneled down into these chests. So you get 4 chests on either side that'll automatically collect them, and you can dump the spare over into the last 2 chests on each side. And yeah, nice little floor design, or one of my better ones. And there is the tower and the platform. And again, I can never not do anything that doesn't look quite good. So there's a nice bit of a design there. It's a little dark, and I do apologise for that. And apparently, even in the void, the shaders give it a bit of an atmosphere. So that's quite cool. And there's the dual beacons. Oh, actually that way. There we go. Yeah, there. You can see the flow pattern a bit better. Apart from getting blinded by the beacon. So yeah. So that's the end farm that I built with help. And again, quite proud of that. There we go. Oops. Oh, bloody hell, that was close. Oh, that was a full-on pucker there. I wasn't quite where I wanted to be, but it's a good thing that we have a safety floor under here. Oh, jeez. Dearie me, that was a definite full-on pucker there. Yep. Yeah, definitely full-on pucker. Oh boy, that one scared me. That one scared me.
Say something?
Oh, sorry, no, just still record, like.
Oh, sorry. Hi, YouTube.
That's Leia Sarah. See, and she said hi to everybody, so hi, Leia Sarah. So let's just take the train back up quickly, and we'll head back through and back to Arcadia, and that'll be it for this quick tour. And by quick tour, of course, I mean an hour-long video. Hopefully it won't be that bad, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, so that's the end farm. That's Arcadia. Whoa, this is rather disconcerting. There we go. Bump. There we are. So yeah, that's the end farm. You've seen Arcadia, you've seen town. I think that's everything. So, back to Arcadia, and we shall say goodnight. Okay, don't know what happened there, but fine. So yeah, back to Arcadia we go. So thank you all for sticking with it, and for sticking with me despite my atrocious recording schedule. I really do appreciate you guys watching these things and taking time to like and leave comments. So thank you all, and I shall wish you adieu, and I shall hopefully see you guys soon. Take care. Brush your hair? No, wait, that's generic B. Need to come up with a better outro. Take care. Arrivederci. Watch out for the things in the darkness, because we shall come and get you. Ciao now.